Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're charting a course through, the next 30 years or so to see how artificial intelligence is going to completely revolutionize one of the world's oldest industries, maritime shipping.
So, we're going to break this down into three distinct phases of AI. We'll start with AI as a helpful co-pilot, then move to a world-changing intelligence, and along the way, we'll explore what it all means for the humans who work the seas, from right now all the way to 2040 and beyond.
Okay, let's dive right into this timeline. Our journey starts with the AI we have today, artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. Think of it as a digital co-pilot. Then, around 2030, things get really interesting with the arrival of AGI, the autonomous captain. And then look out, because by 2040, we could see ASI create a planetary logistics network that just changes, everything.
First up is the AI era. This is happening right now, and it'll probably define things until about 2030. In this phase, AI is really just a powerful tool. It's not about replacing people wholesale. It's about speeding up the move to digital and making some really dangerous jobs a whole lot safer. Now, what's so fascinating here is how AI hits different roles in totally different ways. Take a look at documentation. Tasks like creating bills of lading. Yeah, that's facing an extremely high chance of being replaced. But then check out the technical department. Here, AI actually leads to skill advancement. You need skilled engineers to look at the data coming from the predictive maintenance AI. So it's a real mixed bag. Routine desk jobs are definitely at risk, but hands-on technical roles are actually getting a boost. So the big question is, how do you thrive in this current era? Well, the key is to shift from being a worker to becoming a manager of these new AI tools. You could be a marine data orchestrator, right? Using your human gut feeling to give the final okay on AI suggestions. Or maybe a maritime DX consultant, helping this old school industry adapt to new tech. Or hey, you could get your hands dirty as a technician, maintaining the very robots and sensors that make it all work. All right, let's jump ahead to the next phase, because this is where it starts to build. Around 2030, we're expecting the arrival of AGI. And this is a total game changer. With AGI, AI stops being a tool you use and becomes a fully autonomous peer, one that's capable of human-like reasoning and solving problems all on its own. And this table, wow, it just perfectly illustrates the paradigm shift. Just look at the employment impact column. Elimination, near elimination, disruptive. See, AGI doesn't just help with jobs, it does them. That entire operations department that manages the fleet, gone. AGI handles it. Customs paperwork, gone. Even seafarers are nearly eliminated because ships can pilot themselves and onboard robots can do all the repairs. Humans get pushed way up to the highest level of strategy, just deciding the company's purpose. So, how do you survive this? Well, in a world where an AI can do pretty much everything, human value shifts from doing to being responsible. You could become a marine governance guarantor, the person who legally signs off on what the AGI does. Or an ethical consultant, telling the AI what moral goals it should be aiming for. Or you could pioneer new frontiers like Arctic shipping routes where the AGI has zero historical data to work with. Your value is your judgment, your ethics, and your courage. And now we enter the realm of science fiction made real. Around 2040, we might just see the dawn of ASI, or artificial superintelligence. We're talking about an intelligence that is far, far beyond all of humanity combined, one with the ability to fundamentally change physical reality as we know it. So, the key to this whole era is something called autonomous nanorobots. I want you to imagine microscopic machines controlled by the ASI that can build, repair, and deconstruct matter, literally atom by atom. This is what gives the ASI direct, physical control over the world around us. And the consequences of these nanobots are just staggering. First, ships become, for all intents and purposes, immortal. The second a rust particle forms, a nanobot is there to fix it. Second, ships could become these moving environmental cleanup devices, just disassembling ocean plastics as they go. But this third point is the most wild, the potential for logistics teleportation. That's where the ASI just rebuilds a product at its destination using local atoms. And if that happens, the entire concept of physical shipping becomes obsolete. As you can probably guess, in the ASI era, traditional employment as we know it just stops existing in this industry. When a superintelligence can perfectly manage every single task and nanobots can perform every physical action, human input isn't just a necessary, it's considered noise in a perfect system. Every single role is eliminated. So,
What is left for us to do? Well, human value shifts completely to the philosophical and the artistic. You could become a marine experience curator, creating these inefficient but beautiful sailing trips for luxury, a kind of throwback art form. You could be the final ethical decision maker, the person who tells this all-powerful ASI why it should do something in the first place. Or maybe you become a storyteller, preserving the history of a time when it was humans, not machines, who braved the seas. Okay, let's just take a breath and recap this incredible journey. Let's see how the role of a human being in the shipping industry is completely redefined across these three eras.
You can really see the progression in this table. In the ANI era, your job is to use AI as a tool. In the AGI era, you command an AI team and you take responsibility for it. But in the ASI era, your role becomes purely philosophical, to define purpose and ask the fundamental question, why do we even go to sea at all? The very essence of the industry transforms, from simple efficiency to the perfect management of matter itself.
So I guess the ultimate takeaway is this. When a superintelligence can solve every technical problem, every how, the only thing left that has any value is the uniquely human passion that answers why. When all our physical problems are solved, we're left to figure out what we truly desire. It's a profound shift, and it's a future worth thinking about. Thanks for exploring it with us.